What if we use data to find top price performers or to cache cards that may be slowly being bought up or even to see what's being artificially pumped in price? I always found sites like TCG Player and other price charting sites to not give me the amount of granular filtering or the view that I would like to have. So my friend and I have built an app to help me monitor the performance of One Piece cards. Keep in mind that these prices are not the most up to date, and I still rely on websites like TCG Player to double check sales data to verify accuracy and buying history. But regardless, I think it's a pretty great monitoring tool. Some things I like to show off would be this charting view, where I can draw trend lines and even draw out Fibonacci's. And if I like this card, I can add it to my watch list. But let's check out some of the top movers in the One Piece TCG. So here I filtered out all the tournament, pre-release, and starter deck cards, as well as the promotional ones. And I also filtered only for cards that are above $3. And you can see there are a couple of cards that have made a significant rise in price change. Some of these are the Nami cards, and if you play the game, it's probably easy to tell why some of these cards have gotten a price increase. For example, Blue Yellow Nami for EBO3 is a very popular leader, and so her cards have gone up in price. The Trafalgar Laws, Nico Robins, Blue Kaido, this OP01 SR Luffy, which is one of my favorite cards to collect because of its affordability, and some other cards for decks that have gotten a lot of support for EBO3. But let's check out one of the charts. So I'm gonna click on this Trafalgar Law, and we can see here in this card's history for the past 3 months, it stayed at around $3.50, but it looks like it's gone up in price. And so here I can roughly see the gradual price increase as well as the recent price bump that pushed this card to $20 for the Trafalgar Law Pirate Foil. But let's actually check TCG Player to make sure that this card hasn't been artificially pumped. So if we go here into view more data, we can see, yep, there is a lot of demand for this card with more than one purchases a day, which is showing that there is a natural demand curve for this card, which I'm presuming is really good in the new yellow decks. What about this Ben Beckman parallel? Well, we can see that Ben Beckman has gotten a little bit of a price increase. Back in November of last year, it was sitting at about $5, and now it's gone up to $13. And personally, I'm playing Kobe in EBO3, and I'm hoping for more OP15 support for this deck, which makes sense why players would be purchasing alternate arts to max rarity, because Ben Beckman is a pretty good card in his deck. If I drew a Fibonacci here, and I assume that Ben Beckman is going to be hitting his peak at around $13, then I can kind of assume that possibly this card could move up to $18 or even possibly $26 depending on the future demand of this card. Considering that this card is from OP09 and they're not printing it anymore, it's safe to say that the supply of this card is pretty much in circulation. But again, let's go on TCG Player just to make sure that this card is not being artificially pumped. And the TCG chart is showing me that there has been 0 items sold in the past couple of days, which is a little strange. If we go into view more data, it looks like there has been a lot of purchases made here, ranging from $8 to $15. And the lowest listing is $18. So going back to my app, it's listed at $13, but in reality, it's already made its way here to 18, which could possibly mean if Kobe becomes a top meta deck, this alternate art could potentially reach $26 depending on demand. But that's just a quick highlight of our tool. If you're interested in it, then you can join our Discord for any development updates or join our waitlist in the link below. But if you want me to use this to highlight some of the cards or sets that you're interested in, leave a comment or subscribe to the channel for more videos like these. And until then, see you guys next time.